I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. Come on in, everybody. We are here to talk about Phaedra, Angela Oakley, and Charles. You guys, it looks like the shit has hit the fan. More information is coming out, and it is not good. Marcus Merritt is striking back, child. Woo! I got the tea, I got the tea, I got the tea. So come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please drop your city, your state, your country, your island, your continent, wherever you are from, into the chat so that I can say what's up to y'all. Make sure you can hear me. And we are going to get into some things, okay? We're going to get into some things. What is up, Gloria from St. Louis? I appreciate you for stopping through. Gloria is one of my favorite people, my day ones. Cheryl said, oh no, child. Oh yes. Listen, we are about to talk about it. We are about to talk about it. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Austin, Texas is in the house. Nice to have you. Come on in. She's like, hey girl, New York is in the house. What's up? New Orleans is in the house. What's up? Y'all, I can't believe it. Y'all see Phaedra's face? Y'all see Phaedra's face on the thumbnail? Okay, y'all remember when she had to check Apollo?
Did I, baby? Mm-hmm. All right. Did I, baby? Mm-hmm. All right. Did I, baby? Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, not Phaedra, who might have been vindicated after this tea came out. Check that. Okay, now check that. We are about to see. It doesn't change anything for me. I still love Angela Oakley. Still love her. Still love the girls, all of them. Because at the end of the day, this is a hard job. And these people, they don't like to have all their damn information out there. It's just one of those things. They may not be ready to tell everybody everything. Some things they might want to protect, keep to themselves. But we shall see. But Marcus, I told y'all the other day, he has his own podcast and he has come through with some shit, okay, that I am going to get into in just a minute. Let's see, where else are y'all coming from? I see Montgomery, Alabama. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Liza Moore said the devil. Are you calling Phaedra the devil? ATL is in the house. Welcome, welcome. It comes with the territory. Facts. Comes with the territory. You 1000% correct, okay? Listen, everybody lies. We are watching these people. Sometimes us as the audience, we might get a little too involved and start demanding that people, stand up and just say, but it's hard. It's hard for them just like it is hard for us, child. Flint, Michigan is in the house. What's up, Flint? I used to live in Michigan for a short period of time. I had one of my besties went to Michigan State. What's up, Alabama, Birmingham? I appreciate you for coming through. Listen. We are about to get into it. I'm going to give y'all some other news, but we're about to talk about Charles. You see him with his haircut low, child? Angela looking at him admirably, and Phaedra might have she might be vindicated depending on what you guys believe, okay? So Phaedra has come out, by the way. She has come out and made a statement. I'm going to share that statement with you guys as well. So I got double the tea, okay? We're going to talk about what Marcus had to say, and we're also going to talk about what Phaedra said regarding all of this. What's up, Lafayette? I appreciate you for coming through. Y'all know Louisiana has some of the best food in all of the world, okay? But yeah, let's get into this first story real quick. So I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, maybe 1-2 weeks ago, that Justin Bieber's wife, Hailey, is a billionaire. Her makeup brand, she sold it to Elf Cosmetics, and now she is a billionaire. Okay, but it did not stop things from, I guess things are really bad over there with her and Justin Bieber. There's a whole lot of video over there on TikTok showing Justin like just basically giving her the cold shoulder. One day she fell in the street. She was in New York. She started running behind him. You know, they were trying to get out of traffic. She literally fell in the street and he didn't even help her up. She had to get up, dust her knees off. He got on a skateboard and left her in the street in the middle. And so people are kind of questioning what the hell is going on. They keep seeing him diss her and just dog her out real bad. And she is finally admitting, she said, things aren't good right now. So they are working through a rough patch in their marriage. She said a source has told Entertainment Tonight, this is where this is coming from, the Jasmine brand.
It sounds like you're referring to a situation.
Oops, sorry. My phone is talking back to me. The Jasmine brand is reporting it out, and they're saying, listen, they are struggling. The couple is struggling. Justin has been getting irritated very easily. Every time he's out having fun with his, his friends, we've seen him singing with different entertainers, R&B, the R&B girlies. He's kissing their hand and, giving them an up and down, looking like he's real happy to see them, but he's not giving the same attention to his wife. I think it was a whole bunch of people, child. Anyway, they said that he's getting irritated easily and he feels that Hailey can be superficial about their relationship. So he is just not motivated to be around her or to fix things. And they're saying that their friends think that the marriage could be salvaged if they both wanted it. But right now they are in some hard times. So we shall see what happens next. It feels like they've always been struggling in their marriage. To me, it always seems like they've been struggling in their marriage. Welcome, everybody. Come on in, hit the like button. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming through. Let's see. There's another woman Portia could try to date. Who? Are you saying that Portia should try to connect with Hailey? Y'all be doing Portia bad. I would say if Portia was my child or in my family, I would think Portia was successful prior to getting together with Simon. And I also don't see Simon as a victim, but there's a lot of people who do. Y'all have at it. Simon has a lot of wives and he knows the ropes when it comes to marriage and money. Okay. Glaze T said that some men can't handle a woman's success. Well, and that's the other thing. Hailey is on top right now, selling her company for $1 billion, whereas Justin Bieber had to sell his music catalog because he is going broke. He had to meet a whole lot of debt collectors who have been going after them for their money. Okay. So we shall see what happens next. But y'all, it's being reported out that their relationship is on the chopping block. I love me some P. Willie, that man just playing the victim. Yeah, everybody knows that Simon, he's petty. He actually admitted it. He said, I'm petty. And when somebody does something that he doesn't like, he'll go after them for a long time. This is what it looks like. It's just playing out that way. Let's see. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you. Please hit the like button, share the video, become a subscriber if you are not already. Who else do I want to talk about? Oh, I have another story for y'all. Hold on, child. Let me push the pause button real quick. I got a question. And I need y'all to put it in the chat. If you caught an Uber, everybody has caught an Uber at some point in their life. You caught an Uber, you get into the car, the windows are rolled down, the air conditioner isn't on. It's I don't know, maybe a 90-degree day, and you tell the Uber driver to turn the air conditioner on and roll up the windows. If the driver tells you no, and you're like, well, this isn't comfortable for me, would you just simply say, hey, I'm really hot. Maybe you can pull over. Let me catch another Uber and then just report it? Or do you get into a fight with that Uber driver? Okay. Do you get into a fight with the Uber driver and expect them to take you to your destination? So here's the question. Do you tell them to pull over, let you out, you'll catch another ride? That's number one. Or number two, do you might report them afterwards. Or number two, do you demand that they turn the air on and take you to your destination? That's number three. Which one are you choosing? Confrontation? You take me to where I'm supposed to go. Okay, I paid you already. Number three or number one, just pull over. This isn't comfortable for me. I'll catch another Uber. Number one, put it in the chat for me right now, because this is crazy to me. Sometimes people just get into a fight for a whole lot of crazy stuff. Let's see. Everybody's saying pull over. Okay, most of y'all are saying report it, pull over, I'm out, pull over and let me out. Georgia Peach said, if my menopause kick in, I'm liable to fight, child. Okay, Georgia Peach said, if I'm back there having a hot flash and I told your ass to pull it up, you might get clocked in the head. Well, we shall see. I'll just catch another ride. No fight for me. Well, let's listen to what this lady said, who seems to have a little common sense. I mean, she's a WNBA reporter. Her name is Tabitha Turner. She said that she has been receiving threats because the story has become public. So now social media users, they have gotten involved. And y'all know social media users, they're all about vigilante justice, child. They'll go after you. And this is what's happening to this lady. But check this out.
Tonight, a courtside reporter for the Atlanta Hawks and the Dream says that she was attacked by her Uber driver.
She says it all started when she asked the driver to roll up the windows and turn on the air conditioning.
They've reached out to people I work with and work for.
But as the saying goes, it takes two to tango. And this video shows just that.
When people watch this video,
this lady is literally tussling with her Uber driver because she didn't turn the air on and the windows up. And someone's asking her, like in a very rational way, child, it does look like you're the problem.
when some people do, they're willing to say, listen, you were asked to get out of the car multiple times. You also called her an R slur. You're not so much a victim, but an instigator. Sure. How do you respond to that?
There is no one who's going to watch this video and come away from it believing that my client instigated this thing in any way.
So, child, she has lawyered up. She is trying to sue Uber and the Uber driver. Listen to what the Uber driver had to say. Now, the young lady actually was attacked.
And Turner begins to attack her.
So the bite mark is like right here, right up above the end of my jawline on this side. And then for my eye, I have stitches here. And then the blood vessels in my eye are bruised and healing currently.
So the Uber driver ended up spraying the lady with mace after she wouldn't get out of her car because she kept saying, get out of my car. Like, I don't know what's going on here. I think that, that's what most people would do. You would probably see it as a threat. And, she wouldn't get out the car, so she sprayed mace at her. The passenger ended up biting her behind her ear. She socked her in the eye. The driver required stitches. Child, it was a hot mess. But I'm just asking, there's a whole lot of people out here fighting. Okay, check that. Okay, I'm not getting out of this Uber ride. And she said, all I wanted was my money back. You can't get it back from the girl. You got to get it back from the app. I didn't know what to think. Jesus, fix it. I agree. Oh my goodness, that floored me. I was not expecting to see that, but she has lawyered up. She has lawyered up, and we shall see what happens next. Y'all know Uber drivers are independent entrepreneurs, even though they work under the Uber umbrella. But exactly what are you required to do? If you say I can't do that, perhaps her air didn't work. We don't know. Poor choice to stay in the car. She was hungry and hot, child. Hangry, angry and hot. The girl was telling her, that she had to get it back from Uber. Yeah, you have to get it back from Uber. I thought most people knew that. But yeah, okay. I just wanted to see, child, when it gets hot outside, just make sure, have a plan B before you start interacting with strangers. So if you get into them Ubers, already have a plan B of how you're going to handle things if things start getting a little too touchy on the outside. What's up, Lulu? I appreciate you. They were pulled over on the expressway. Oh, okay. So Sonia's saying that they were actually on the expressway and the lady probably was demanding, I'm not getting out the car. So I don't know. I still think I would have got out the car. I'm not sure, but she ended up spraying her with mace to prove her point, and she got mollywopped from the back. The Uber app should have stated no air conditioner available for this car. You're right, but beating somebody's ass ain't gonna turn the air on. You got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Okay? Pray before you leave your home. People are evil. I do a protection prayer every day for myself and my sister, but yes, and for y'all too, because I posted on my IG and I'm like, for whoever is reading this, good morning, fam. Stay protected. Do your protection prayers. That's necessary. I learned that from St. Louis, Gloria. Someone told me when I first moved there, they said, don't you walk out that door without saying a protection prayer for yourself. Okay. So yes, I just wanted to share that with y'all. I got one other story and then we're going to get into this Charles and Phaedra T and Angela T. So let me put this up here real quick. So this was a sad story. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. You can hear me clearly. Okay, cool. My Wi-Fi actually went down, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just chatting and you couldn't hear me. Okay, so cool. I'm gonna give you guys this last story, and it has to do with 10 and 11-year-olds. Oh my goodness, this goes to show that that jealous spirit, all of that stuff that adults feel, children can feel too, and that's why parents and adults, a village is needed to help the youngins work through this shit. But it was a story that came out yesterday. Four 5th grade girls were arrested. They were between the ages of 10 and 11 after devising a plan to unalive their classmate over a breakup. Police say that they found a written list detailing how to carry out an actual murder plot, y'all, in an attempt to just end him. This was so sad when I read this, but it's just a reminder. It happens to the best of us. And I learned this when I was going to school and learning philosophy and all this shit, how to handle people. Everything that you feel as an adult, and I do mean everything that happens in your body as an adult, a child can feel, a baby will feel, okay? So sometimes we dismiss what children are doing by saying they're kids and they should know better. And I was at home playing video games. Everything that you feel in your body, everything that you think in your brain, a child can feel and think. And that is why guidance is needed. Okay. So just remember that, pass that on. But neighbors, this is coming from the Neighborhood Talk. They are sharing that 4 5th grade girls have been arrested. I just told y'all about that. The girls came up with the plan to unalive the little boy at school during lunch and recess. Police say that the girls just wanted to end him after he stopped talking to one of the girls following accusations of cheating. Cheating in the 4th grade, child. It's not like they were sharing rent and had kids together, okay? The plan involved was to lure the boy into the school's outdoor bathroom and then take a knife and basically stab him in the stomach. The school said that they were surprised that this was happening and that this plot was actually happening in their school. One of the girls was actually assigned to bring a knife, while another was in charge of writing a fake suicide note to make it seem like the little boy had did it to himself. A third girl was supposed to act as a lookout, while the fourth girl was designated to carry out the actual incident. Okay, so just so you know, to avoid leaving, look, this is how well they thought this out. To avoid leaving fingerprints on the weapon, they had agreed to all use gloves. Unfortunately, or not unfortunately, fortunately, their plan unraveled when another student had overheard the plot and then went to the school administrators. The next day, the girls were found out. They went through their backpacks. They searched every single one of them and questioned them with their parents present. So they did all the right things at the school to make sure that they, were protecting themselves. But all four of those young ladies were arrested. I don't know how this is going to play out, but they were all arrested. I just feel bad for them. But just, it's just a reminder not to blow off your kids when they're telling you they feel certain things, because their little minds don't think about the consequences, okay? They sometimes think they can get away with stuff like that. So you got to listen to what they're saying and make sure that you talk to them all the way through. Just remind them, like, don't do anything crazy, child, because blah, 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 right? So yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's see, parents to raise their children to accept rejection without being angry about it, because you can't make people do what you want them to do. That's true. That's true. And, people have temporary feelings. Feelings are temporary. They come and they go. They don't stay with us always, right? Things that we felt this morning when we woke up, we don't even remember right now. I'm going to pick up my son early just in case somebody had plans. Oh my goodness. I hope not. I hope nobody has plans. I help raise my 9-year-old grandson, and things like this terrify me. My grandson always mentions a different girl every week. Yeah, our girls and our boys. Everything that you think and feel, and you can rationalize it. You might say crazy stuff, but you don't mean it. Kids might say crazy things like that, and they just don't see, they don't get to the end game. So we just need to remind each other of that, all right? But that's it, y'all. We're about to get into this Charles Oakley story. So yesterday I had talked to you guys and told y'all that, listen, Angela Oakley had went on, was this yesterday? I think it was Monday, actually, Monday or Tuesday. Angela had interviewed with Carlos King, and she said point blank, Phaedra was the one who carried out this plot to make people think that her husband was cheating. And she felt a way about it. She said, this has been happening since the beginning. I told y'all that Phaedra had not shared anything, had not said anything, but that's actually not true. Phaedra did come out and she denied it wholeheartedly. Let me get you guys what Phaedra said exactly. After she was blamed, she dismissed it. She said, at the end of the day, she doesn't even know Angela like that. She said that this is a very weird misunderstanding, that she did not orchestrate anything despite the rumors that are out there, because y'all know Phaedra's been getting dragged for these last couple of days. People have actually been saying to Phaedra that they are saying to Bravo they want Phaedra taken off of the show, period. But Phaedra says she didn't have anything to do with it. That is what's going on right now. Phaedra said that she denies it. She's emphasizing boundaries. She said that this is a very bad misunderstanding, trying to actually keep things good between her and Angela. She said this is just a big misunderstanding. And she's, wants to clear her name, but right now she's kind of laying low and not paying attention to the comments. And she also said that she's returning to to RHOA for next season. Let's see. Loretta is looking out for me. She said, come on, y'all. 298 of y'all are in the chat. Right now, it's 320 of y'all in the chat. Only 86 has hit the like button. Do better. Facts. Do better, damn it. Oh, my goodness. Please hit that like button, share the video, become a subscriber if you are not already. Mary Jane said, I bet it is Phaedra. Well, Marcus has come out and spoken, and he said it was not Phaedra. In fact, he gave a whole lot of details. I want y'all to hear it. This isn't to make y'all go after anybody. This is just to let y'all know sometimes shit can get a little muddled, and you have to just, decide who you believe or what you believe. But, everybody got their own journey to walk, child. Phaedra denied and lied before, is what Lady Lucy said. Okay, so let's listen. Let's listen. Phaedra said this didn't have shit to do with me. Phaedra said this didn't have anything to do with me. And let's listen to what Marcus, this is coming out of his own mouth. He actually has a podcast called Cue the Chaos. Y'all know he's been a big topic of conversation because a lot of people pulled up his history and showed that he had a level 1 SO. He's on the offenders registry. He said something that happened when he was 19 years old. He's much older now. He said something that happened to him when he was 19 years old, and he's lived his life. Honestly, his family loves him. He has a lot of friends. He said he doesn't give a damn. But he said he knows that Angela is the one who put all of that shit out there. And he said, I'm clearing Bravo and I'm clearing Phaedra. And this is what he had to say about Angela and Charles. Check this out.
So first off, let me just abide some few things. One, Alex and I were never mic'd for this event. We can definitely say that.
We were never
mic'd. So we were not set up by production to come in to say anything to Angela about her husband.
Hey, Miss Tina, thank you. I appreciate you. Keep hitting that like button, everybody. Miss Tina's here as a volunteer. And all we ask is that you hit the like button, okay? So I do want to say this. A lot of people were under the impression that Bravo may have paid him to do X, Y, and Z to create drama. He said right now on his page, and I'm going to, did I say his podcast name? Cue the Chaos with Alex and Marcus. He said that didn't happen. He was not paid by anybody. He did this on his own. Okay? So check out the rest.
I can also say that the things that I said to Angela in that moment were exactly how I felt in that moment about the things that I knew about her and her husband. Allegedly. I'm saying allegedly because we know somebody likes to
somebody is sue happy.
And they are also alleging that Angela has threatened them with a lawsuit if they do anything further to carry this story out.
I'm gonna tell you all the real story because Marcus is still trying to be cute. I mean, I don't know what narrative that they're going to go for or what they're going to show. Yeah. But I mean, the flat out of what happened is you guys know Marcus is big on the restaurant hospitality scene. Marcus was legitly invited to this event by Kelly's publicist, Lamont, who you guys have seen on the show.
Clock it.
He is who invited us.
Clock it.
I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what they edit or what they show.
Uh-huh.
We found out about this event from the email from Lamont. He emailed Marcus. Marcus was like, hey, girl, talk to me.
Now, if y'all remember in the scene, Kelly said, I don't have anything to do with those people. They didn't come at my invite. And they are saying they knew Kelly's event planner or whomever, and they were invited through that guy. So essentially through Kelly, because that is her people. So they are telling the full story and that happened on the show on Sunday night, excuse me. If y'all watch the show, y'all remember Kelly said, this don't have shit to do with me. I didn't have anything to do with this. I never invited them. He said, I don't care what happened on that show. We were invited by way of Kelly.
I had no clue that there was an ulterior motive at play. We were there for 2 to 3 hours. It was boring. There was shit going on.
There was nothing happening. I promise y'all.
John, the scene, let me tell you, the only thing drier than the scene was Kelly's waffle.
So they dragged Kelly's waffle, child. They dragged the waffle. They dragged the chicken. They dragged the mix. They did say that Charles is an excellent cook, that his food was delicious, okay? I think Marcus is the one who had Charles's waffle, but they said he is a good cook, okay? That's number one. But they said that they were there for hours. They had been there for maybe 2-3 hours. And they actually said that the scene probably would have never made the actual filming, that they would have cut it off at episode 15 if it wasn't for Marcus. They said that Marcus is the reason that scene even made it to TV, okay?
So y'all can understand how...
Understand.
It was no more than a kitchen island. That's the amount of space that was in between Marcus and Charles.
Yeah.
Angela was sitting on one side of the island. Yeah. Charles was on the other side cooking. Marcus was like, well, you know, I mean, let me go over here and tell this woman what I know about her man. Comes over and was like, I just let her know that Charles be in the restaurant all the time with another woman. And I was like, Marcus! So like literally...
So he spoke real fast there. He said, he went over and said, I just want you to know that Charles is in my restaurant all the time, which means multiple, with another woman. That's what he says.
And Marcus are over in the corner, like chit chatting.
Also, too, let me say this, y'all. I am a lightweight. Alcohol is not my friend.
Marcus can only do beer and wine.
Yeah.
We were cheersing. If your name won't Angela, if your husband won't cheat on you.
Okay, so he's blaming it on the alcohol. He said he had way too many margaritas and wines and spritzers, child.
I'm trying to understand, the entire room was silent.
I don't know how they downplayed that scene.
I don't know how they downplayed it.
Because when I tell you, everybody in the room, and you can hear a pin drop. Like,
Charles definitely heard. He looked right.
So did y'all hear that? Somebody said, who is Marcus to go back and tell Angela anything about her husband? I agree. That takes a bold person. I was hoping that he did get paid, because I was like, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't care how drunk you are. You got to know better. You got to have better common sense than that. Okay. But he's saying, listen, I was just drunk and I decided I was going to mix shit up, and went over there and told what he told. Okay. But he said that the space was very small, that Angela was on the other side of the island, because they were at where were they at? I forgot what location they were, but he said that after he said, your husband is cheating on you, he said the space went silent. You could have heard a pin drop, and that there's no way Charles didn't hear it. That's what they're saying.
I don't know how they downplayed it.
Because when I tell you, everybody in the room, and you can hear a pin drop. Like,
Charles definitely heard. He looked right at us.
He right at you. Honey, I'm denying all involvement.
Now, Alex did say, child, that's your problem, because I'm denying all involvement at this point. He doesn't want, they believe, I'll say this, that some people are still coming for them. William and Sonoma, thank you. Williams and Sonoma is where they were. So they said it's a very small space. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Next thing I know, Kelly's security guard is ushering him out of the door.
Oh, yeah.
And he also made a bit of a scene being ushered out, but they did not show that. To the scene, because baby, I was gagged just like I know Angela was gagged, because baby, your man is cheating. Marcus is outside, tipsy, talking a million miles an hour to some white woman who is just on her MacBook typing away. Child, when Marcus got done telling that woman her story and she whipped over her business card, whatever, with NBC Universal, I was like, oh my God, we're gonna get sued.
So that's how the production got involved. after he makes the announcement, he's escorted outside. Bravo, NBC Universal is actually what he said. That the business card said. The lady was taking notes out there on her MacBook, child, taking notes, and gave him her card, and that's how he's going to show up next in this next scene. So for the season finale, he will be a part of it. He will be a part of it, and that's how. I don't believe Phaedra did it, but the audience won't believe it was Phaedra because they don't like her. Yeah, you know, that's television. You're gonna have some fans, you're gonna have some people that aren't fans, but he is clearing her name. I will say that. That's stand-up of him to try to clear her name. So check out what else they had to say.
I DM'd Angela trying to warn Angela about everything.
You did.
So let's see how cute it plays out. But
Yeah.
So they said that after that happened, and the lady from NBC Universal took all of Marcus's tea about what he was saying about Charles, they actually, well, I won't say they, Alex actually sent Angela a DM and warned her about everything, that listen, this could show up on the show. This is what's going to happen. And they are actually saying that Angela is using it, because we know that next week also, or this upcoming episode, Angela's going to sit with her therapist about the whole thing. So check that out, but let's continue.
So we are at the point of the game where we're not doing this anymore. So what we are going to do is Angela, the person who we know hired a private investigator and dug up this dirt, the only person who knew this dirt, who then all of a sudden a Stan page has come out and it is now releasing this dirt. So we know it's Angela. We're not going to play the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
the dirt he's talking about is the SO registry. So he's saying that Angela is the one who put his information out there for the public.
We have our own receipts against Angela, so let's say the name. So
it's Angela.
Angela has
she
decided
is feeling
to
some way about me, and has just, first off, let's say this. You're right. She had a private investigator investigate me and Alex. And we realized that once we went to this coffee shop scene with Angela and Drew, and she basically told us, like, I already knew she had somebody that was following me because they approached me. Alex didn't know, but she said certain details that Alex was like, there's no way a random person would have known that. And that's where I was like, this is getting weird.
And like, let's be real, because what Angela did, and everybody was like, oh my God, are you have ties to the mob? No, what this greasy bitch did was she simply got one of her cousins, Ray Ray, and them to come over to the restaurant
in a rented Mercedes
to get Marcus to change his story. Because she did not want the surveillance footage from the restaurant to get out, because she has been combating the fact that her husband is still unfaithful, allegedly, to this day.
Okay, so for those of you who are asking, is this recent? They are saying it's recent, and that they have video footage of it. And did y'all hear that? That they sent somebody up in a Rolls Royce. Now, let me tell you, I know the restaurant that he works at. So if they sent a Rolls Royce up there, child, it was the only thing on the street that looked like it was about something. You know what I'm saying? But send somebody up there with a Rolls Royce to get it. Oh my God, this is a lot. Let's see, let's forget how it was delivered and look at the fact that this man has said her husband comes in his restaurant with different women multiple times. Okay, this is what allegedly, okay. But yes, that is what he's saying. So he feels a way now, because y'all know I said Angela knows somebody, Tommy Two Fingers and them, who came up there and threatened to break his kneecaps. Okay, if you're in someone else's business, then expect retaliation. Okay, yo shit stank too. D, that is a fact. You can't go blowing up people's families and not expecting some sort of consequence. That's just not real life. I don't know. I think sometimes social media makes people half retarded, but he actually said he knew that some things would come for him. But yeah, this is what's going on. He said that it is recent, that they have actual video, and I'm sure he's putting this out now in order to push back at Angela to say, leave us alone and we'll leave you alone, kind of thing.
And keep it cute, because all I got to say is just because surveillance footage wasn't given to Bravo doesn't mean surveillance footage doesn't mean we don't have it.
Yeah, we got a lot more besides that too. So yeah, you're right. We can always keep it cute. I want to keep it cute with Angela. I think you know why I want to keep it cute. Yeah, I'm sure that Angela and I will have further interactions. So Angela, we can either keep it cute or we can go low. Because I'm not Michelle Obama, baby. I'm going to hell.
All right, that's the tea. The tea is that there is alleged, I will say that, alleged video footage out there. And he did say that they met up with him, that they did meet up with him. And not just did they meet up with him, but they had a private eye on them, which is crazy. It is crazy to know that someone has taken, those steps. But at the same time, it's also crazy that you could be filming, doing your damn job, and somebody you've never seen before in your life pops up and, like I said, try to break your whole family down. He didn't have to say that shit the way he said it in front of everybody. So it's a lot going on. There's people in the comments who's like, under no circumstances, this freaking frack, we don't like it. Okay. Hey, what's up, Aries? I appreciate you. The nerve of these two. Expect me to come for you too. Well, for those of us who know, because we already said you play with this particular couple, it seems like they would, make sure that they let you know that they could fuck your life up if that's what they wanted to do. The thing that I wanted to get out there is that, number one, Phaedra did say she didn't have anything to do with it. And I had said I didn't know why she would do it outside of maybe Angela's getting too much attention on the show. And as an OG, maybe she wanted to knock her down a peg or two. But he's saying, leave Phaedra out of it. Phaedra didn't pay me for shit. I literally just walked up and said what I had to say. And he's also clearing Bravo. He said Bravo didn't say anything to him either. But after he got kicked out, someone from NBC Universal did take his story, did invite him back to film. And they said they actually caught up with Angela or sent her a message saying that this is the case. This is all alleged. Y'all know how this works. There's 3 sides to every story. His side, her side, and the truth, child. So it is what it is at this point. But that's why I always say we're watching TV. So you can't internalize this shit and make it your problem. But I do think that people need to leave their marriage alone, though. That for sure. Let's see. Is Phaedra shiesty, or are him and his wife thirsty? When ratings are low, the RHOA newbies almost always do the most to stay relevant. I don't know if you'd play on your marriage that way, though. I mean, the way they're saying it, they literally said they were invited by way of a friend who was helping Kelly throw the party. So Bingeworthy was there. There was a couple of bloggers there, right? I saw Bingeworthy. I don't know. I didn't recognize anyone else. Bingeworthy is very nice, very cool. I don't think he does that type of shit, right? But there were other people there. You did say you didn't believe Phaedra had anything to do with it. I said it was, listen, I don't put anything past anybody at the end of the day, child. We don't know. I just know that right now, Phaedra's somewhere saying, now check that, okay? Now check that. Period. She is happy that her name has been cleared a little bit.
Did I, baby? Mm-hmm. All right. Did I, baby? Mm-hmm. All right.
She's given the business. Phaedra mentioned knowing him, and that's why people named her first. Yes, because I think the rumor was that they were all from Athens, that maybe she went to school with his brother. So I think that's how it was all coming about. But right now, we might never get the story, child. Usually this is the type of stuff that happens and they don't drop the real tea for about a good 10, 15 years after all the smoke has cleared. We remember the heyday of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and now they're telling all those good, juicy stories. And you're like, oh my God, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? If you can hold your water, that's what happens. Okay. We have to see what happens next, but this is where it is. I think Angela's gonna get her peach back. I think she's coming back to the show. I think that her and Charles are still good TV, and I think that a lot of their family and their story is relatable. I think it's very relatable, actually. So we shall see. Like Fashawn says, she is hollering and laughing, child. Hollering and laughing. But yes, they are saying to Angela and Charles, leave us alone. We know that you still have people on us, because they said this scene was filmed over a year ago. They said this scene was filmed over a year ago. They didn't start their podcast until early this year, 2025. But the scene itself happened in 2024, one whole year and maybe some change ago. And he actually said that he's shocked that he's getting what he's getting now, and he wants this to end. And if not, he might push that button and show some extra video, extra tape. What are y'all saying in the chat? Okay. Listen, you just never know. You just never know what's going to pop up in these social media streets. Why did he tell Angela that Phaedra paid him to do that if she didn't? So, Betsy Clay, good question. What he's actually saying is he didn't tell Angela that. He's trying to clear her name. He's saying Angela made up that whole story to create this narrative blaming Phaedra so that it just showed up in a nice, neat, little cute package. That's what he's saying. He's saying he wasn't paid by the network. He wasn't paid by Phaedra. When we saw the actual episode, some of the behind the scenes information he revealed in this audio, he said, we were actually invited by Kelly's event planner or whoever he was, someone that Kelly had hired. My assumption would be, since it's Kelly's event, that anybody that was an invited guest would have had to be checked off by her. You want to make sure that the guest list looks a certain way. But when they show them in a huddle, all the girls talking about it, Kelly hugs Angela and said, this don't have shit to do with me. I don't know him. I did not approve of this. She made it seem like he just walked in and crashed the party, right? But she's saying that didn't happen like that. Or excuse me, Marcus is saying that didn't happen like that. We were invited there. We were there for at least 2 hours and some change. And he said at the end of the day, the audience would have never gotten that scene because that's how boring it was. He said the shit was so boring, it was like watching paint dry. If it wasn't for me, he wanted to toot his own horn. If it wasn't for me, y'all would have never gotten the scene. So that's number one. Number two, he said Charles absolutely heard it because that was the other part of the scene. Charles was busy cooking, child. He was in the zone. He didn't hear shit. And he said that's not true. Charles heard every word. In fact, the entire group heard it. A pin could have dropped. He said, I was escorted out by security. That's true. But when I got out there, I was met by a woman who works for NBC Universal who said, tell me everything, baby. And her thumbs and fingers were typing away. Okay. Typing everything so they can get that next scene. So he probably did get paid for the episode he's going to do next week, though. Whatever happened to just showing the rich Black woman living their lives? Well, this is a part of their lives. Y'all don't listen. We got billionaires running the country. Have y'all paid attention to what's happening? Elon Musk has what? Elon Musk has like 19 kids and 15 baby mamas, child. This is everybody's the ghetto right now. What are you talking about? Look at who's sitting in the White House seat. He was like 30 something felonies. I don't know. We have to take the idea that just because you have money in your pocket, you don't have drama. They have more drama than us. They have more drama than regular people. Okay. I wonder why Drew didn't give an event this season. I believe that she was the only one. I don't know. I feel bad for him that he's recorded and made it public. SO registries are public too. Had he not been messy, this would not have happened. Losers. Well, that's what not taking accountability looks like, right? That's why people get Jimmy Two Fingers and them to beat some sense into your ass, so you'll have that one memory to keep you from doing other stuff. That's exactly why. Okay, because you're like, somewhere your family stopped short of showing you, basic common courtesy, character, morals, and values. So that's when an ass whooping whips you right back into shape, child. Let's see. Angela is supposed to come with receipts. I will wait. Hopefully, Phaedra is cleared. Production should be screening guests before taping. What do you think that means, Glaze? Tell me. How do you screen someone from doing something like this? That guy, Marcus, actually has a pretty decent resume. He has a pretty decent resume. He sits on the board of directors of some pretty esteemed, charities. He is a part of a investment group. He has jobs. He has a lot of things going on for himself. So he would look like a pretty decent guy if you did a background check. But yeah, there's y'all tea. There's y'all tea for today. Charles and Angela was on some BS. They got what they asked for. Mind your business, and this does not happen. Y'all, some people live interesting lives. I'm late. Hey, Diana. Hey. He is the one with the charge. He said it happened when he was 19. He was still a kid. He was young. He said that he has lived past that, and that he lives a wonderful life right now. So no one's going to hold that old shit over his head. His friends are his friends. His family are his family, and that does not embarrass him. He said that he's good. More money, more problems. That's right. Maybe y'all remember the song, Biggie Smalls. I believe Charles is cheating, which is why he doesn't show love for Angela. She loves him more than he loves her. She'll cape for him. Meanwhile, he's on I Don't Care. Really? I don't think, I hear what you're saying. I understand that part, but I don't necessarily think we can tell that he doesn't love her. I'm not sure why we are, I wouldn't put that on him. I think that he just has a certain way of doing things. I think that there's some things that he does do, like he is in therapy with her. He goes to therapy all the time, or counseling. And people who don't want to be checked or get better, they don't go to counseling. That's just, you don't do that. That's a lot of money and time, right? But this is something that happened last year. We got to remember that too. Filmed last year. That's something that they have gotten through. They've had a whole lot of life happen to them. Angela lost her mother. A whole lot of things have happened to them since. And just because we're watching it now and we're, making judgments about it now, hopefully they are over these humps. He's still unfaithful, allegedly. Allegedly, we don't know. We're not in those people's bedroom. People just make accusations. But she has been honest in saying that there was cheating in their relationship in the past. And she said, you know, the shit was bad when it was happening. But they are going to have a whole new scene. Was there video footage? It is alleged that there is video footage. We don't know. This could just, sometimes people say things to get people off their ass, right? Keep doing this, I'm gonna do that. It could be that. We don't know. I don't know Marcus enough to actually to say he has it or not, but he is claiming, Belicious, he is claiming that he has video. And he's saying, if you keep messing with me, I'ma drop it. Now, if he does, that could create some legal consequences for him because Charles shows up as a patron of that restaurant, allegedly, and you're not supposed to do stuff like that. So, you know, it's a tit for tat situation. Guest list is given to production, and at least the background check would have shown a SO. Y'all are asking for a lot. Y'all are asking for a lot of these people. He wasn't around children. He was at an adult event. And I don't know if an SO keeps you from everything. You still have to wake up in the morning, go to work, and figure out how to keep a roof over your head, food on your table, clothes on your back. We're living in a cancel culture where people think that if you've done something wrong in the past, you're supposed to just curl up and die. That does not happen. People still show up in spaces. You, I'm sure, probably encounter someone who's done something horrible. Every third person, you probably, if you're outside, every third person you walk past, from what I've read, has had some sort of, you know, they've done some nasty shit. Every third person. You are literally seconds away from serial killers and all kinds of stuff. Look up how many serial killers you walk past in your day. Like, look it up, like, you know, on average for the city that you live in. You will be shocked. Look up how many people live in your neighborhood that has a record for SO. You will be shocked. What was his reason? He said that he was drunk. That's the reason he gave, that he was drunk. He said he was bored, and he did it out of boredom. He said, hey, let me see if I can blow up this lady's entire spot. Let me see if Charles is going to put his hands on me. Yep. So yeah, we shall see how it unfolds, but that is what is going on for now. Phaedra has the chance to maybe shake this little rumor off because she was so excited to come back to RHOA, and people have been petitioning for her to be kicked off. He wanted to bait Charles. That's possible. Maybe that's why Charles knew not to do anything. You know, people bait people all the time. People bait people all the time. I pray that Angela's marriage survives that wicked show. Jay of Queens, what do you say about the people that just jumps in her DMs before the show? How do you handle it when you are just a public figure? You're not even on TV, but you're the wife of a public figure. And she said that multiple women, she didn't say how many times a day it happened, but multiple women, she said there's always women in her DMs making comments about Charles trying to break up her marriage. How do you handle that? And it had nothing to do with the show. Do you know how often this happens to someone? They're a target. You said you would just ignore it, but you don't think that that would break your marriage up? Do you understand how strong you have to have someone do that to you on a regular basis? On a regular basis, you get this information. It's a mind game. You got to know how to just be stronger than the stuff that's happening to you. People come up to people all the time and say horrible, ridiculous shit. I did not know that until I became a YouTuber, but people say horrible, nasty, ridiculous stuff to you all the time. They think they have a right to do it. That's why she's in therapy. Marcus would have to show the footage. Either way, it doesn't change the way I view either of them. I will wait to hear the true tea from the Supreme Mansion. Okay. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. I would think that being married to someone with that type of that's a public figure that got that kind of money in the bank, it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. You are so right, Diana, because my son is a lieutenant here in Miami-Dade County Department of Correction, and the stories that he tells me are horrible. Yes, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I know someone who was a corrections officer as well, and people are awful. And y'all know what? Social media, because people are anonymous or at least they think so for the most part, they do some horrible shit. They do some horrible things to people. This seemed to be a happy piece with sharing their life on television. They seem to be happy to me. I agree. I like their story. I hope that they see value in sharing their story. And I hope that they are more in tune to people who appreciate them than the ones who try to dog them out. Most people are unhappy and they take pleasure out of watching other people suffer. Okay. Diana keeps it real. I call her channel the Supreme Mansion. Love it, child. Thank you. Love it. But that's it, y'all. That's it. That's the tea. That's a tea. If I find something else, I'll come back and share it. I don't know why anyone is in people's affairs, but let's just, let's watch, let's learn. This is a new landscape for all of us. What goes down on social media is a new landscape for everybody. People will do anything to break up people's marriages, and they will be the ones standing in the wings to sweep them up. That's true. But you guys, I appreciate y'all, okay? I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Thank you to the moderators who came through to help with the chat. I appreciate that too. Hit the like button if you have not already. Share the video. Also, follow me on all my platforms, please and thank you. DYANAROZAY. I am going to sign off, but I'll definitely check you on the next one. Bye-bye.